Have you ever wondered why some people prefer Celtic salt over regular sea salt? Well, this intriguing culinary gem, also known as Celtic sea salt or grey salt, has its roots in the coastal areas of France, particularly Brittany. The traditional harvesting process is a beautiful dance between the sea, the sun, and the wind. Seawater is channeled into clay ponds and left to evaporate under the watchful eye of the sun and the gentle caress of the wind. Once the water waves goodbye, a unique salt is left behind, ready to be collected. This process retains trace minerals and elements that give Celtic salt its distinctive gray color and moist texture. But it's not just about looks and feel. This salt carries a rich mineral content, including magnesium, calcium, potassium, and other trace minerals that are often shown the exit door during the processing of regular sea salt. Now let's delve into the reasons why some people prefer Celtic salt over regular sea salt. Firstly, let's talk about the mineral content. Celtic salt is a mineral-rich marvel, boasting a cocktail of beneficial elements like magnesium, calcium, and potassium. Unlike regular sea salt, which often has these nutritious trace minerals stripped away during processing, Celtic salt retains its natural wealth. These minerals are not just fancy extras, they play vital roles in our health and well-being. But the allure of Celtic salt doesn't stop at its mineral profile. The flavor is another noteworthy feature. It's a culinary secret weapon, offering a more nuanced taste than its regular sea salt counterpart. Some describe it as less harsh, lending a subtle depth to dishes that can elevate your cooking to new heights. Then there's the moisture content to consider. Celtic salt, thanks to its traditional harvesting process, tends to be on the moist side. This moisture affects its texture, giving it a unique, almost buttery feel. It also impacts how it dissolves in food, providing a distinctive culinary experience that some find irresistible. Speaking of harvesting, let's delve into the traditional methods involved in Celtic salt production. These methods, which have been passed down through generations, involve channeling seawater into clay ponds and allowing nature to take its course. After the water evaporates, the salt is hand-harvested, ensuring minimal processing. This natural approach resonates with those who prefer their food as untampered as possible. Lastly, let's touch on the environmental aspects. The traditional methods used to harvest Celtic salt are often viewed as more environmentally friendly compared to modern salt production methods. By choosing Celtic salt, you're not just making a choice for your palate and your health, but potentially for the planet too. However, there are a few things to keep in mind. Celtic salt, while brimming with minerals and flavor, still has a high sodium content, just like regular sea salt. It's also generally pricier and less readily available. And while it does pack a mineral punch, the actual impact of these minerals on your health, in the quantities consumed through salt, may be minimal. So as with any salt, moderation is key. Despite the unique characteristics of Celtic salt, it's important to consider a few aspects. Much like regular sea salt, Celtic salt is primarily composed of sodium chloride. For some individuals, a high intake of sodium can pose health concerns, so it's crucial to use it in moderation. Moving on to cost and accessibility, Celtic salt can be a bit more of a luxury item. It tends to be pricier and less readily available than your everyday sea salt, making it a bit of a gourmet choice. Finally, let's talk about health claims. Yes, Celtic salt does contain a plethora of minerals, but the impact of these minerals on our health in the quantities we consume through salt is often minimal. Also, it's worth noting that the health benefits of Celtic salt over regular sea salt are not universally agreed upon in the scientific community. In summary, the preference for Celtic salt over regular sea salt often comes down to personal taste, interest in its natural harvesting methods, and the desire for the additional trace minerals it contains, rather than any significant health advantage.